Next wine is our 2019 Vogelzang Vineyard Rosé. It's 100% Grenache, and as many of my wine club members that go in, they know that this is the hardest wine that I make, and it is. Rosés are really challenging from the start, and this year I'm really excited to release this wine. Rosés are really heavily critiqued right from the start, from the color. If it's got rosés have to be pretty, and that's very subjective because some people like darker rosés, some people like lighter rosés. Us. I like them lighter. She likes them darker. But the common thread, they also have to be very pretty aromatically. They have to smell like fresh fruit. And again, and you'll see this with a lot of my wines, the common thread is you have to ferment really slowly and to preserve the aromatics, and really at low temperatures so they stay very fresh. And so the concept on this rosé is to capture that really fresh bouquet, and Grenache is my favorite varietal to make rosé from, because it tends to have sort of like a spicy strawberry component. It keeps its acidity really well. I also ferment this wine in neutral French oak, which is kind of odd because you would think the texture or the aromatics wouldn't be as pure, and I've done both stainless steel and oak, and every year that I've kind of experimented, I always go back to the neutral oak fermentations as one of my favorite expressions of the wine. So this year, neutral French oak fermentation, fermented for almost a month, which is a long time and can get scary. It can get scary at the end, like, come on, baby, you got to finish. You can't be sweet. Even though it's the most difficult wine, it also is one of the wines that sells out really the fastest for us. And, in the summertime, people are like, where's your rosé? And usually our rosé is gone at that point.
It is. It releases in April, and people love it. They hoard it.
It's like when you taste it, it's like having a fresh watermelon, because when you have watermelon, it's soft, kind of sweet fruit up front, and then it puckers in the back.
Definitely I like the aromatics. It's very soft, it's very soft. It's very fresh. And that kind of relates as it goes into on my palate. It stays really fresh. It kind of, the sweet fruit is all up front, and then it finishes kind of that mid to back with the acidity on the back. And that's what I love is kind of that unveiling of fruit, but then that kind of snap, that crispiness of the acidity on the back. And the whole thing should be, for me in my palate, my mouth is fresh. It's like it's almost salivating. Like I either want to take another sip, or if you have food, you want to continue to eat food. It can act as sort of, it amplifies your mouth ready for whether you're going to drink more or you're going to put food in there. So it's just a very crisp, fresh, very drinkable wine.